She'll be so happy.
Thank you.
I'm getting on the Carnival cruise ship and to go to the mall. Yeah.
This is your building. Everybody can come early and you're not that far.
They usually do it.
Have a morning one too, but it's not very
And they don't like
Morning
that.
one's here too.
I've actually had NASA and they're from this year to get all
I don't know that. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to ask David. He would like to know.
Yes. That connection. Unless you were exempt medically. If you're in the
Do you know Greg Sims from the series?
He's a great man.
You quickly kind of start calling him.
Exactly.
Pardon me for being right in front of y'all.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm still eating. I'm
Larry, yeah, just call me Larry.
This is Sarah. She's Sarah.
There's big shoes. Are you a guest? Attorney here down in Greenville.
Welcome to the Rotary. It's a great day to be a Rotarian. Today, our prayer is by Dwayne Golden, our pledge by Bob Jordan, our four-way test by Kami Williams, and our song by David Ellis. Would you please rise?
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity and the ability to serve our community. And I ask that all that we do and say honor you. I just ask you to continue to bless our efforts as we serve the citizens of Greenville. Bless the meal, let it nourish our bodies. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Join me in the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First. Second.
Prepare all concerned.
Third.
Will there be a goodwill and better friendships?
Fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
We have a special request, and right now I want everyone to sit down except Katie, but I want y'all to sing as loud as you can. For she's a jolly
Good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, that nobody can deny.
Okay, David, the song.
And we sprung that on you, didn't we? Yeah, okay. So open up your blue book to page 36.
We're not standing back up.
No, you can sit down.
Okay, well, let's
36 in your book, please. Please. Hey, look me over.
Okay, I will.
Okay, we're going to sing it in F. Ready? 36, everybody there? Here we go. Hey, look me over, lend me an ear. Fresh out of clover, mortgage up to here. But don't pass the plate, folks, don't pass the cup. I figure whenever you're down and out, the only way is up, and I'll be up like a rosebud high on the vine. Don't thumb your nose, bud, take a tip from mine. I'm a little bit short of the elbow room, but let me get me some. And look out, world, world, here I come. And look out, world, here I come. With me and my gal.
Wow, do we have any visiting Rotarians?
Yes, we do. I want to introduce Sarah Akers.
Where are you visiting from, Sarah Akers?
Plano, Texas.
Awesome! Welcome to our new Rotary Club.
And she's representing the North Texas Performing Arts, and she's trying to set up shop here in Greenville.
Yeah.
All right.
You're the one we emailed the other day.
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
And I still haven't heard back.
Okay, well, we just finished our biggest
I understand.
project ever, and we were all wore out. And Gloria is not here today, but she will get back with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and do we have guests? Yes. David, no, not you. David, you.
I want to introduce my lovely wife, Sheila.
Hi, everybody.
You're gonna have to put up with that till you join.
And, yes, Denisha?
Drew Myers, which he might as well become a Rotarian because he's here at least once a month. So.
Welcome, Drew. That's the road less traveled. There's tickets still available, you guys. $20 general admission. All right, let's go, Sergeant at Arms. Happy Bucks.
All righty, here we go. And don't forget, these bucks are going to Waverly. We're still helping them from the flood victims. All right, Katie?
Well, I got $10. This is definitely worth more than that, but I am happy, overjoyed that all of our riders made it in safely on Saturday. All of the volunteers made it back safely, and that the overwhelming response from the riders was that this was a fantastic ride.
All righty, here we go, Dan.
I'm happy to have survived this weekend, but also to report that my stepmother is getting her stitches out today, and they will be able to return to their flooded home tomorrow in Livingston, Louisiana.
We'll continue to pray for her too, Pam. Here you go, Bob.
I'd like to thank all the people that helped direct traffic on Saturday morning, especially Beth, who doesn't even belong to our club, and came down and she was there at 6 o'clock in the morning and only ate one donut. So.
Any more happy people? We didn't get all right, Mike.
All right, I'm happy for $1 there in the pot. As of tomorrow, I'll be married to the same woman 32 years.
That's a lifetime for a lot of people.
That's what she
Next. Oh, that's what she said. Okay. All right, Bob's just happy. All righty, here we go. Rich is happy too.
Over here.
No.
Get a chance.
Come on, let's get you. There we go, buddy.
There's the $10. I understand you get a minute talk for every dollar, so I give it 10-minute talk, so bear with me. I've been associated with the bike ride, some type of management since 2015, and you like to have people on your team you can count on. You don't have to call them up and say da-da-da-da. And I've had the pleasure to have 2 people work with me on rest stops. And these 2 gentlemen here, James Adams, Byron Chitwood, don't realize there's a clause in the contract to be a rest stop captain is you have to retire at 60. James has already done that, and I looked at the calendar, and next year Byron will be 60, so he's out of the window. 2 great volunteers.
No extended stay, huh? There you go, buddy.
Some of you have heard this before, but you're going to hear it again. And it's called the Redneck Love Poem.
All right then.
Susie Lee done fell in love. She planned to marry Joe. She was so happy about it all, she told her pappy so. Pappy told her, Susie gal, you'll have to find another. Just as soon your ma don't know, but Joe is your half brother.
Oh, wow.
So, Susie put aside her Joe and planned to marry Will. But after telling Pappy this, he said, there's trouble still. You can't marry Will, my gal, and please don't tell your mother. But Will and Joe and several more I know is your half-brothers. But Mama knew and said, my child, just do what makes you happy. Marry Will or marry Joe, you ain't no kin to Pappy.
That's pass out material right there.
I'm doing an extra.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
105 minutes, I think.
I did do a little extra. I had some catching up to do. And I have three things I wanted to say. But first, I want to thank Katie Ridge for what she did for Cotton Patch.
Yeah.
And I know it took all of us in here to make that happen, but she did what it probably took 5 grown people to do.
Yeah,
She did on her own. And so I've been a part of the Cotton Patch Challenge for years since I've been a part of the club, and I've done different things. This year I did new things, but I didn't realize what the leader went through on that day and all the preparation that goes in ahead of time. But the stress that day is so intense. You have things that come up last minute. I was corner marshal in different corners, and I enjoyed helping and serving, but it made me realize how important it is for every one of us to step up leading up to that, but also on that day. But one of the coolest things that I found that day is I would hear riders, they saw our shirts, and they did comment on how well it was organized and how wonderful the communication was. And that all came back to Katie.
Right.
And so I want to say thank you for representing our community and doing such an awesome job with that. And thank you to all of us who were there and who served that day.
Yeah.
So please don't quit. We need you next year.
I feel like there's nowhere in Greenville I could go that you wouldn't hunt me down.
True. Even at Camp Gladiator at 4:45, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Katie is looking for a co-chair shadow, co-chair 100%
I already got it. Where is
co-chair.
he? Where's Wes?
Good.
Look at him, he's not saying nothing.
It was really awesome to see that, though. The next thing I wanted to say is thank you, Debbie, for the plug for the Road Less Traveled. That show is Thursday night, tomorrow night. It's at the Caddo Creek Music Hall. It's $20. It's BYOB. There'll be a taco truck there. And Drew Myers will be leading that. That's his organization, and I know a lot of you are sponsors of that.
Right.
So tomorrow is a special night, too, and because yesterday his book launched, The Tacos and Chocolate Diet. So it's on your table, the information about that. So he's making a run for the USA Today bestseller list. So the way to do that is go online, there's a QR code, and order the ebook. It's the ebook that's going to help him earn those letters, but you can also buy the paperback book now too. The hardback's coming later, and the Audible book is coming later also. But this week, if you'll just take a minute, just go in and buy it. It's a 99-cent book. It's literally 99 cents. And if you feel extra generous, send it to 10 other people, and then that will help him get to those numbers. But I can't imagine what it would be like to launch my own book and what goes through. I've kind of gotten to see behind the scenes of what it's like to publish your own book, and there's so much to that. And so I love supporting other people to help their dreams come true. And you guys are that way too. You have that servant heart. So go at least order one book, please.
Now that you're tacos and chocolate, it's that
Yeah.
else that I want to order the book.
Who wouldn't want tacos and chocolate?
Give me, baby.
If you do, Drew has a link, if you do want to gift it to 10 people, he was looking for that pretty fast. If you would like to gift it to 10 people, he'll get your email address. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to contribute to the Waverly Fund today and share with you guys how much what this is doing for those people that are in Waverly, Tennessee. So if you're not aware, they had a huge flood that went through their town, and the money that we're sending is going to a principal specifically at a school, and she's reached out to me, and also her sister, who I happen to go to church with, has reached out to me and just overwhelmingly said how much this has meant to them. So they had 2 schools. They do county schools instead of districts there, and they had 2 schools that were completely ruined and unusable as a result of this flood. And so the principal that we're sending money to has brought in, I think it was 400 students unexpectedly into their buildings, and they were cleaning out closets. And while they've had donations of food and clothes and things like that, they haven't or didn't realize the materials that they would need to educate these children that they weren't prepared for. So stocking those classrooms and things like that. So the money that we've sent and hopefully the additional funds that we'll be able to send are making a huge impact there. So thank you.
All right. All right, Miss Cammie. Anyone else happy? I hear Sammy. Okay.
I also want to thank Katie. You did an excellent job.
Yes.
And nobody else could do it.
No.
So,
Outside.
and it was a pleasure working with Dawn also. And then I want to thank all my corner marshals that didn't know what they were getting themselves into, but and thank you, because it was hot. And then it was so much fun to, well, last year I didn't have to pick up anybody, but this year I had quite a few pickups, and the response of just when they see you coming down the road and they've been sitting there for a little bit and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for picking me up. But they loved the ride, and I got to hear that, and I also got to make friends with several of them that we're staying in contact with. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. All righty. I saw some happy more people.
You like Zag? You do Zag?
That's good.
Oh, okay. Okay, my turn. You can't
Okay.
turn around again. Okay, I have a couple happy thoughts. I was out at Rest Stop 6 this year. I was playing the part of Larry, because he was down, you know. He was there, but we kept him busy sharpening our pocket knives. It's amazing I'm not the only woman carrying a pocket knife. There's a whole bunch of little girls carrying pocket knives, so this was fun. So he sharpened all our knives while he was there. But I wanted to give a shout out to the scouts. The Girl Scouts wearing Boy Scout uniforms. I don't know what the politically correct term is for that, but the little scouts were fabulous. They walked in there, they worked better than most adults that I've worked with on these kind of projects. They walked in there, they asked what they were supposed to do, they went to work, they stayed busy. We never had to tell them to get busy, we never had to tell them to get back to work. They were just on it all day long, which just freed me up to be a good Larry. I just wandered around everybody. I told them about all the free stuff we had, you know. My favorite line of the day, everybody said, well, I just want to thank you for being here. And I said, no, I want to thank you. If you weren't here, we'd look stupid. But we had a great time. It was a great day, and I just want to thank everybody that was involved. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Karen.
I have two. First of all, I'm taking orders for Altrusa. It's their first fundraiser of the year, which is their poinsettia and wreath sale. And I am taking orders for those. They will be in on December 1st, and I will deliver them to everybody. Secondly, I can't say this without it was so good to see the vision that Jonathan told me he had for the cotton patch for this year. And to see that come to life, and I know Katie did that, and I thank you, Katie. It did a great deal to me.
Hard to follow that. Two announcements. One, I'm from Middle Tennessee, which is Dixon, Tennessee, which is next door to Waverly and McEwen, Tennessee. And I know the area well. We weren't here this past Saturday because we had to go visit Tennessee for various reasons. But we drove through Waverly, Tennessee Tuesday afternoon. And I knew the area that flooded because there's one low area that the road goes and a railroad track goes through. We drove around and just in this very small area and saw maybe 100 houses that had been underwater. And we took several pictures, and quite frankly, I forgot I was going to put them on a flash drive and bring them and show them to you. But one picture we took was debris in the uppermost reaches of a power line. That's how high the water was. And then I found out, talking with some local people, that it wasn't just a flood where waters rose. That's not what happened. There was a blockage in a huge drain area that created a big lake. And then when that blockage burst loose, this water came across like a tidal wave, caught people in their homes, and it was 20 plus died. They had no chance of getting away from it. And then it continued on downstream. Waverly was hit first, and McEwen is in the same county. And then it got to McEwen, it got those people there and the schools and all the property. I don't know how many homes are destroyed, but let's guess 500. It's unbelievable to see all of that. And people walking around even after it's happened in a daze. You can just see them walking around looking. And but anyway, so the money that you, and I only had a few bucks. I would have given more had I had it in my pocket. But the money you give can't be enough. Just give. This is a devastated area. Now, on to something else. Next week is the last Rotary meeting in this month, and on the last Rotary meeting each month, I give a new member orientation. And I don't know, David, if you've got anybody that needs it, but
I'll check on it.
let me know, and I'll be happy to do it, but I just need to know ahead of time, okay?
Yeah, as a new member, if you want to attend orientation, please get with David Weiland or David Ellis on membership.
I want to say something else. First, Karen, I felt John. He was laughing at me most of the time. But he was definitely there. But I didn't say earlier, I still haven't slept since then. I'm still doing stuff. There are 3 people I want to recognize. Everybody did an amazing job. Everybody showed up. Everybody gave 100%. But there are 3 individuals that gave even more. And that is Denisha Denny, Summer Spurlock, and Pam Vickers.
Yeah.
And the fact that I could call on them at literally a second's notice and they would just go do whatever I said. It wasn't an argument, they were there in downtown so that I could call on them immediately when we had an emergency need. And that kind of support is what the 4-way test is all about. That's what Service Above Self is all about. That's what being a Rotarian is all about. And I cannot thank y'all enough for that.
You did an awesome job, Katie. I commend you on that.
Larry Green.
Oh, he just gave us 3 digits.
Larry.
I'm not.
Okay, everybody.
I have something for you. Tony.
Okay. All right. Woohoo! I like that. Y'all want to do some?
Katie, we also want to thank David Ridge.
Oh, yeah.
He is, yes, he is an angel.
He worked his
Thank you.
butt off.
He said this was his first and last. And I said he hadn't after that right.
I've already given him instructions for next year.
Yeah,
while we're
I
together.
told him he only had after that right.
Alrighty. Who want to win some money? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but last week, Bob Jordan won money.
Boo.
I got a problem with that.
I got a problem with that, I haven't seen his money yet.
Him and his wife.
I know who this club credit
Wins
is.
all the time. I'm out there really start taking Ace of Spades. I just did. I forgot it last week, and he won. Okay, let's get one of my guests here to do. Pull me a ticket out of here, baby girl. Yeah, I got a brand new deck, girl.
Brand new deck.
Yeah,
Bottom
okay,
is
there we go.
200 if you
Everybody
want
got
that.
your tickets? Yeah. All right, here we go. 8, 2, 3. Woo! I got that one. I don't have tickets. 0. Yes. 3.
Oh, wow.
5. We got it. 0, 3, 5. Oh. Here we go, buddy.
There you go.
There we go. That's it.
Well, you look
All
strong
right.
there, Dwayne.
Let me go over here. I'll be back for mine. I'm going to take this Ace of Spades out of here right quick.
Shuffle it good.
Shuffle it good. All right, here you go, Claire. I'll let you guys go.
Okay, I'm getting the Ace of Spades out of here.
Don't get it. It's there in the game. He just won.
Oh,
wow. Almost.
Thank you.
Ace of Club.
Thank you for your donations. This is actually Teacher of the Month and Student of the Month. And I'm sorry that the State Fair of Texas Public Relations Director couldn't be here today. So I'm glad we have a little extra time for y'all, because that doesn't happen very often. We rush you in here and rush you out there. But this is Principal Brittany Anderson, and she is going to introduce the Teacher of the Month and say a little bit about it. Come on up.
Good afternoon. Awesome lunch, and so thank you for having us. It is such a privilege to be here. And I have two difference makers with me today. I'm Brittany Anderson, the principal at Travis 6th Grade Center. And so we are actually two campuses, so I bring two difference makers with me. We have Travis, which is one of the elementary campuses here at GISD that's K through 5th, and then we have the 6th Grade Center that's here also. And so they have their difference maker shirts on. Y'all stand up. That's what our Teacher of the Month gets each month. And I just want to tell you a little bit about both of these difference makers and the difference they make at T6. First of all, our mission is that our students are accepted, appreciated, nurtured, and challenged according to their unique needs, creating confidence and academic excellence. And one of the reasons that both of these individuals stand out at T6 and are difference makers is that they do just that. They help us accomplish that mission. It's not just about the instruction and the academics every day, but what can they do in the lives as a whole for every child? How can they nurture and foster the individual students? So we have Miss Camp here to the left. Miss Camp is in her 5th year at T6. She's excited to begin this new school year, and she teaches 6th grade social studies in our new leadership class, where she's growing future leaders in the Greenville community. And the leadership class does community service projects and focuses on things to give back to the community and really fostering future student leaders. She's a proud UNT Eagle alumni. She has a bachelor's in history and a master's in education in secondary education. She enjoys sharing her love and knowledge of the world and learning new things along with her students. Her hobbies include reading, traveling, painting, crafting, and spending time with her friends and family. She loves it at T6. So congratulations, Ms. Jennifer Camp. Yeah, sorry.
We only had two 8.5 11 by frames back there, but she knows we're going to give her a frame. I asked her, even though I agreed with the principal, but she agrees to, we will give her a frame. And I also want to give you a People of Action bracelet, because Rotarians are known for People of Action, and so are you as a teacher. Congratulations. Oh, wait, it's Mr.
Go ahead, no, you can get in. I'm trying to take video.
Congratulations. Do you want to say anything?
It's an honor.
We have a microphone too. We punish you.
I'm introverted a little bit. It's just an honor. I love being at T6. I love the kids. Each year is an adventure, and building relationships is my favorite part of being there. Yeah, I love to teach them social studies, but getting to know them and their families is the best.
Next, we have Mr. Lane Russell. Mr. Russell actually is in his 22nd year for GISD, and he is a music teacher not only for T6, but he spends half the year at Bowie as well. So he gets to spread a lot of love on our Young Greenville lines, and I know that everyone gets the benefit of that. He's a former member of GI Greenville High School Line Pride Band, Jazz Band, and Daybreak Show Choir. He began his career as a teacher aide in special education and music with Houston, Bowie Elementaries, and LP Waters Head Start from 1999 to 2004. He's a choir teacher for 5th and 6th grade. He was a choir teacher for 5th and 6th grade at Greenville Intermediate, which is now the 6th grade center, from 2004 to 2007. He's a music teacher and GISD Honors Choir co-director at Lamar and Bowie since 2008, adding to Travis in 2019. And we're very blessed to have you. not only as an administrator at Travis, but with my own children being there, it is a true blessing that you can educate my little ones too. So as a parent, I appreciate you also. Mr. Russell says he looks forward to elevating students to reach their goals through their love of music. He and his wife Lisa, also an elementary educator, have 2 children that are Greenville High School graduates, 6 grandkids, 1 that's a Greenville High School graduate, and 3 teenage cats. So, thank you, Mr. Russell. Job well done.
Thank you, and congratulations, Mr. People of Action. Come here, Kenny.
Sure. All right, here's a quick word. As I look around this room of people who are doing awesome things, I see some of my classmates from back in the day. I see you there. I see what you're doing here. But y'all have inspired us as we go and do what we're doing for our children and our community. And I hear what you're doing for Waverly. I didn't know at the time if it was protocol, but I can't challenge my classmates, but here's some more money to add to that, because what y'all are feeding us with, we can feed them. So maybe it was Greenville that had a flood, and maybe they would come to us. So why don't we just pay it forward? So thank you for this, and I'll take you back. And one thing I do in my class is I talk a lot. So I'm going to talk about this when I get back, probably the rest of the month. So thank y'all so much. We appreciate you.
And Dr. Perry, principal at GHS, couldn't be here, but he sent in his place the Greenville Early College for the Greenville High School. He is our chancellor. DeAndre Carter, would you please come and introduce our student of the month? And welcome to Rotary.
Hello, thank you for having me. As she said, Dr. Perry couldn't be here, but he sent me in his place, and I'm very excited to introduce Trey Soto, who is actually a member of the Greenville Early College High School. So his parent is here as well, Cecilia Melendez. Thank her for being here. He's been with GISD for 7 years. He is a part of many clubs, and so I'm going to list all of his clubs. He's a superintendent, student advisory, scholar, and he's also on the council. And he serves that with Ms. Booth, giving her ideas from the student perspective. He also is in the Greenville Early College High School. He's a member of the National Honor Society at the high school, as well as he's on my board, the Student Advisory Board. So he kind of gives me ideas about early college and where we can go from the student perspective as well. I will mention he has a 4.0 not only at the high school, but as well as Paris Junior College. And he'll be graduating this May with an Associate's in Engineering. And Trey's class, the class of 2022, is our first graduation class for our early college program. We're 4 years old this year, and we're super excited for that. So he has been a leader in early college as well as amongst GISD as a whole. He plans on attending either UT Austin, which I'm an Aggie, so we'll talk about that later, or he plans on going to Texas A&M Commerce and going into their honors program. He got invited to that as well, so he has some decisions he has to make. I don't have a son, I have 3 daughters, but if I had a son, if they came out like Trey Soto, I'd be a happy man. So, and I tell them that all the time, so here's Trey Soto. I'm gonna say a few words.
Oh, I don't need that. Okay, so I just want to thank Mr. Carter. He really put me out there, really showcased everything that I'm about. So a little bit about myself. I am part of Early College High School. It's all I eat, sleep, drink. That's pretty much. And I am class of 2022. Not to make anyone feel old, you guys, I still see you as my friends. But I'm just really honored to be associated with so many people from what I've gathered, give to the community. And I really look up to it, and it's just, it's something I'm looking forward to emulating and just being able to be. Something that I appreciate and I would like to also participate in the future. So yeah, that's it. And I want to also thank Mrs. Payne, who nominated me for this, and for my beautiful supportive mother, Cecilia. She's over there. I think she might be tearing up a little bit. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Here's your award. board, and here's your people of action. I suspect you might be one of the only ones that'll wear it, but please don't wear it when we play someone like Rains County or something. Since they're blue. If they're blue, don't wear it.
Not that color blue.
Still.
Baby.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a wonderful check presentation. David, you want to come up?
It's my pleasure to do this. And young man, you did make me feel old because last Saturday I went to my 60th high school reunion. And next year when you graduate, I will have been graduated 61 years, which is older than you and your mother put together. So, you did make me feel old.
It's worth it.
Yep. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Lori Cope, and one of the 10 million ideas, fresh ideas that Katie Ridge had for this year's Cotton Patch Challenge was to ask some of our nonprofits that we give money to volunteer to help us. Seems reasonable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lori and her husband stepped right up and worked as a quarter marshal out in the broiling sun.
Usually.
And we appreciate that. And tomorrow, guess what tomorrow is? It's North Texas Giving Day.
Yes.
Now, Lori is Executive Director of CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocates, and I am, Dwayne and I are, we're on the board. I've lost the word that I was trying to say, but we're happy to be on the board and serve with Lori. She does a fantastic job. We may have the best run CASA organization in the state.
Awesome.
And I don't know how to measure that, but I sure would vote for it. But in honor of what you do and how much we believe in you, the Rotary Club, the board of the Rotary has decided to donate $1,500 to the CASA organization for this year. And Lord,
People Action Band too today. Thank you. I love that.
and I know how bashful you are, but give us a minute or two after we pose for the picture.
Hold on, I have to change cameras. Lord, get me in trouble.
Well, thank you, Rotary Club. You guys really are one of my very favorite service organizations. Y'all are so
And she's
supportive.
a Rotarian now. Forgot to mention that.
Well, I'm part of that satellite club for the human trafficking.
Yeah.
So that's a very special project, and I appreciate that being brought to this area because it is here. Human trafficking is here. And foster children, which CASA serves, are the #1 targets for human trafficking. See, you got me started on that topic. I'll move on. But okay, well, I just want to thank you guys because I know you guys, with their servants' hearts that you have, understand what our CASA volunteers do for our Hunt County children who have been placed into this overwhelmed foster care system by no fault of their own. And so the CASA volunteers are known as being that constant for these kids. Statistics show that these kids will move 3 to 4 times during their time in foster care. They may get 3 or 4 different caseworkers because they come and go. Different foster families, new schools, new friends. They've left everything that was familiar to them and entered this system in hopes that their parents will become better parents and get them back. That is the #1 goal, is family reunification. And as CASAs, we can also help find family placement so that maybe they're placed with relatives during that time they're in foster care instead of being in a foster home. But our CASAs mainly build that rapport with these children. The CASA volunteers take 1, maybe 2, okay, maybe 3 cases, but that's sure a lot less than that CPS caseworker has. So they can spend a lot of time with these kids. There's a requirement that they see these kids at least once a month in their foster home. We never want a kid going from the frying pan into the fire, so we check that foster home, see how they're doing there. But the rapport that's built with these children makes these kids feel like they are valued, that they're being heard, because the CASAs then report any concerns and make recommendations to our fantastic judges here we have in Hunt County, so that things can be better for them while they're in foster care and then on the other side. Because once that case ends, we're done. The CASA's done. But again, that constant for these kids is so important in a world of change. We just had a case wrap up recently, and these sibling group of 3 had been in foster care for 1,200 days before their case ended. During that time, they had 4 different CPS caseworkers that came and went. They changed foster placements 5 times. They had 2 different attorneys and 1 CASA. So who knew those kids better than anybody in that courtroom when we're before the judge making recommendations is that CASA. So that's what our volunteers do. And on North Texas Giving Day, supporting CASA for Hunt County means you support this volunteer advocacy. These are volunteers who come to CASA, I want to help kids. We screen them, we train them, they get sworn in by the judge, and then they are ready to take a case. And a case can be 1 child or a sibling group. So I can't thank our volunteers enough, but I really want to appreciate Rotary, because these funds go a long way in helping us make sure that we can fulfill a mission that we have, and that is to provide every child with a CASA. We are appointed to 100% of the children who come into foster care. So thank y'all very, very much for the contribution. We really appreciate it.
Thank you,
And I'll send it to you, Lord.
We know how to hide that rowdy number.
You remember when we used to write it and we give it to the clerk?
Congratulations, and thank you all for doing a wonderful job for our great community. Who knew? Who actually knew that all this would come in and come about today? But Larry Green, I need you to come to the front. I'm calling you out, Larry Green Jr. Larry Green has recently lost his father. I know that was hard on him. We've had so many devastating in our community, great people, great leaders of our community, but there is one thing that you have done in the Rotary, not only for the Bob's Wheel Festival and for the Rotary and always kind of keeping us in the music deal, but you are your 2nd time Paul Harris Fellow. Congratulations, Larry Green Jr. You got a I'm going to tell just one funny. We do have a program, and I know y'all are going to just leave right in the middle of it when he starts talking, but I think that it's so important that so many people came together. I'm going to remind y'all to fill out your volunteer sheets. I've also emailed some. If you want to fill them out online and bring them to me, email them to me. We don't care, but we got to start recording our volunteer hours. But I want to step up and say thank you to everyone. Brand new Rotarian Sharon Booth, working all morning selling t-shirts, didn't know what she's doing. I want to thank Gloria for showing up with the card 10 minutes till the ride. But Gloria didn't know, we didn't have no connect and we couldn't charge anything, so we let a few riders ride free. You came back and paid.
Hey, they contacted me to pay.
Oh, okay. And they knew I had the list, but that's okay. But anyway, so we are going to stick around for just a minute. Katie does have an announcement. She wants to kind of tell you a little bit about what we have accomplished. And I want everybody to be very proud of themselves. But we have a program named, come on, Dwayne. If you're going to talk more than 2 minutes or 3, then, okay, come on, you're good. Come on, Dwayne. This is always special. If you ever hear Dwayne speak, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Well, our program today was supposed to be a gentleman with the State Fair of Texas. How many have ever been to the State Fair of Texas? Okay. This is going to take audience participation. So he's not here, but just give you this flavor. David, come here, help me out. All right. Have you been to the State Fair of Texas? Oh, okay. So the character there is Big Tex. You kind of look like him a little bit. So I just want to audition to be Big Tex for you guys. They give you the flavor. The fair starts Friday, so okay, ready?
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the Great State Fair of Texas.
Maybe I need that booth right here for Big Tex. Thank you. You did good. That's all. I don't know. Jokes cut up a little bit, but we'll try to have some other good programs coming up as listed on your calendar there. But it's an honor to be able to do that for the club.
Thank you. You're getting us some great programs, and occasionally they don't show up. Katie, you get to wrap us up. Yes.
Okay. Last announcement for now for Cotton Patch Challenge. Anybody remember what my goal was for riders?
850.
We had 801 riders. But more importantly, so that we can give back to CASA, to RAFA, to Women in Need, and all of our other amazing nonprofits, so that we can give scholarships to our students here in Greenville. We made $53,195.43.
Wow, congratulations, Katie. That is so awesome. We set in a budget of $50,000, you guys, and we stretched it because we decided we were going to spend a lot of money this year. So I can't thank every one of y'all enough. To volunteers, put it on your calendar next year. It'll be September the 19th. I think that's the way the calendar works.
September 17th.
Oh, 17th, sorry, it goes backwards. So next year, make sure you mark your calendar, save that day. We need all the volunteers we can get. There are no vacations. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my student teachers of the month. I want to thank Miss Booth for helping us get all this together. Congratulations, Larry Green. I'm so proud of you, and I hope that this made you feel just a little bit better. Congratulations to you, student of the month, and good luck on graduating with your associates prior to graduating with your high school diploma. I'm proud of that. And oh yeah, that's important, you guys. Cleanup crew, you guys only got one more week this month. We want you here. It's called Set Up and Clean Up. Bob Arrington, Sandra Bell, Larry Green Jr., Don McBride, and Kathy Stroud, and the others aren't here. So next week, Trina and Katie, you are greeters. If you are on the cleanup crew next month, we need some cleaning up on this. Not here. Wally, Jeffrey, Terry, Roz, Katie, Liz, Leah, and Kami. You guys, sorry. You got a lot of people that don't show up. Colleen, you're the leader. Colleen, you're the leader of that group. Y'all are set up and clean up for October. So y'all look at your calendars if you are going to be a greeter or you're on the setup or cleanup crew.
One thing worthy of mention, our friend Jim Sandin is joining 50-year anniversary in Rotary.
Yes. Indeed. That is Rotary for today. Y'all have a lovely day. Thank you for serving. Serve to change lives.